40 this, 40 that. The Vernon has Wu gang. Yeah, but look, man, we gonna touch some topics, top of the morning. On the hood, we gonna get right into it too, because on the real, I don't know what's going on with the boy. Listen, the trolling and this new age gangbanging, crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna say this though. Anybody I speak highly of is for the simple fact that I know they breathe, they initiate, they do what they supposed to do in the life that they live. And if I was an active gang member still back in my days, if these type of situations would have occurred and fell in my lap, I don't have see, but I'm not gonna cap cub. Only thing I can say that Dodo 6 did wrong was pulling that phone out, because at the end of the day, y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the era of this. This is the era of this. But I'm going to say this too, though. The people that I'm dealing with and the people that I'm vouching for, that are rappers, they not only tough in the studio. Oh, God. On the real, it's a whole lot going on right now. It's a whole lot going on. Whenever extras hit the streets, he finna knock the pill boy out. They got G Bizzle and the who's folks going stupid viral last night. It's just a whole lot going on. Summertime. On the real, summertime. But like I said, on the real, if you own that type of time, I suggest you do it right. And I'm going to say that just to say that, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to glorify neither. Like, you going to go through a lot of heartaches. You going to go through a lot of heartbreaks in the streets. Deeper than like, oh yeah, broke your heart. Like, what's like something deeper than a woman. Like, on the real, you going to watch your friends be caught in bad tragedies and bad altercations and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta deal with the like system on top of you doing something the right way and people hating on you. If you're not being a yes man and doing exactly what this dude tell you to do, that you met a couple years ago and you already knew yourself and found yourself, and you supposed to just listen to everything this man's saying. If you ain't on that, it's gonna come with different type of stuff. They gonna hate you for being you and for being thorough and for being like righteous and doing all the right stuff. Like, on the real, if you telling a youngster something and he got a valid point and he makes sense, what's wrong with validating his opinion because he's younger than you? Like, it's like this day and age that we living in is something else. Like, anybody older just think like the pecking order. Anybody older think the pecking order is supposed to just be like, on the real, I'm big uncle, I said do this and that's that. And that's the problem, like, I always had. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't listen to my parents. So I'm supposed to go into the streets and listen to somebody that I just met for real. Like, it's a lot. This shit come with a lot. It take a lot, and you damn sure better be strong for sure. But it's better things to do with yourselves, and it's better things to look at and think it's cool and glorify and feel like, nah, I don't want that for myself. Because it ain't nothing cool about going to sit in nobody's cell And I'm going to say this on the dead homies. I'm going to say it just like this. And I'm not going to cap on FC. If I was out there in this day and age and I was the person I was, I promise you, big stupid ass truck with a boy, listen, I ain't going to lie, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I was a different type of crib, like for real. I ain't gonna lie, the only reason I pulled my phone, I ain't even pulled my phone out though. My brother did that shit. And we sat at Jim Gillian Park and smoked 3-4 blunts on the hood, took pictures, kicked it, jumped on top of the car, sliding Maybach kid on the hood, not 21, younger, on FC. And we was making this shit make sense and feeling ourselves in on the hood. It was like he pulled it out and we took a picture. I'm tired of looking for y'all. And the reason why the camera came out is because nothing happened and we was actually looking for trouble, but we won't. I guess his mind wanted the world to know like we was over here. And I'm glad I did what I did and took the picture I took. And a lot of people gonna hate it for the simple fact, a lot of people gonna hate it for the simple fact that it's like on the hood, the phone was involved and that shit could have got dangerous. But I'm not gonna lie, we know the truth and we see it, the fear of God in these people's eyes, because when these situations get real, but they extra, extremely tough in that studio on the real. It's like, that's what the Damu's making. The Damu's making all the sick ass studio gangsters. Like, they know how to get in there and make that shit rhyme and sound good. They know how to write a poem for sure on the dead homies, but neither here nor there. Like I said, the lifestyle that we signed up for, it ain't being lived by correctly, and the rules that we signed up to follow, it ain't that no more. This shit pointless, this shit stupid, this shit bunk. I don't FC, but at the end of the day, if you gonna do it, do this shit right. But it's way more to this shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie on the hood. My shit that I'm doing right now is like a just an insight of all the shit that I've done and seen, and you know what I'm saying. On the it's just shit that I didn't mostly, some of it I haven't though on the hood, but it been people like just regular, you know, we board in the cell and I tell these stories for absolutely nothing, for free. So it's like, well, I would have when I was younger, but I'm not really into that shit no more. I ain't gonna lie to their homies. We gonna be in the cell together and I ain't gonna really have too much to say. I'm really like a silence of the lamb type of person on the streets. I don't even talk a lot on the hood. I barely talk in real life for real. And that's why I be so surprising to these folks when they seeing like, damn, you really got on there and did this, that, and the third. And it's like, on FC, it did take a lot on the hood. And on the hood, the mask really low-key help a lot because it's like, there's so much I can and will not say on this motherfucker about things that I seen with my own eyes and shit like that, but it's really up from here. Like, I'm really tapping in Sweden, on the hood, Switzerland, millionaire, and it's like, shit be so fake for real though. On the dead homies, I swear to God, I get phone calls from people I ain't heard from in years, and I steady. I'm not nobody. I ain't changed. I'm not nothing. I'm not nobody important. But like I said, I do have like a different vision for myself now, and see bigger and better things for real. But it's like, shit, at the end of the day, I am me. I am exactly who I am. I am exactly who I say I am on 410. But at the end of the day, because on the hood, the 40s ain't really like what you would have thought it was cracked up to be at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, I was the one though. Every time I was the one. I swear to God, my boy gets shot at a party on Halloween. I'm in camp. I jump up as soon as I find out I'm blitzing something. I'm getting cracking. I'm starting shit. I'm bothering folks. Every time, everywhere I went, for the simple fact of I knew myself in them LA streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew what I was doing, and I knew what the fuck came with, like, the point of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, I did all that to come and tuck my tail and let somebody be able to say, oh yeah, when I ran into him, he wasn't on that, or it was, you know what I'm saying? It comes to the point where it's like, you learn young. Ain't no picking and choosing. It is what it is. We own that with any and everything that this, like the rolling 40s, cuz, and that should become a brainwashing thing to where it's like, at a point, after so long, you're not even doing it for the game no more. You're doing it for yourself because you get a kick out of this shit. And on the hood, like I say every time, that shit don't pay a nigga. And it's too much money and too much life to live and dope shit to go see. Like, on the hood, I ain't never been on an airplane to this day. I ain't never been on an airplane, cuz. But on AFC, my homies called me at 11, 12 at night, and I moved all the way off the freeway somewhere, and I was out, and on the hood, I'm going to take a $60,000 car and a 30-minute drive to go benefit some people that don't give a fuck about a nigga on AFC. I'm going to go take that trip for folks. And it be like, damn, cuz I got to go through all this to see that shit was pointless. And on the hood, I ain't gonna lie, I love what I love, and that's that. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, but for sure, I ain't trying to, like, have to go and bother no people that don't deserve to be bothered on the hood. If it ain't about, like, oh yeah, he got up on my nieces and nephews or did something that like, on the hood, my obligation is something I was really, really supposed to be doing, but I ain't gonna cap, cuz still I got friends and shit that I'm like still knee deep and all into, like, on the dead homies. I don't want to see no harm on nobody, and I go to bat for a couple peoples on the hood, cause that's what this shit coming into. Like, this what's going on in this day and age on the hood. All this shit so divided. What's the odds of your future if you beefing with your own so-called friends? You beefing with these people around the corner because they wear red and they your so-called enemies. And then you beefing with the police and the system and the judges and the DAs and all these type of people. What's the odds? How do you win if you ain't just wrote a hot-ass verse and that motherfucker blow up and you get some millions off rapping on the dead homies, or you was just blessed with a gift and you fast as a bitch, or jump high as a motherfucker, or tall as a bitch and make it to the NFL, NBA, or MLB, or whatever the fuck you feel me? But like I said, it's so much to it. And on the hood, my childhood was a lot different. On the hood, I ain't just had a worse upbringing, none at all, hell no. But on FC, I wasn't the kid sitting in the house looking to watch no cartoons, or on FC, all I knew out of success was you ain't gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, or you gonna make it to some professional sports. Rapping wasn't even in my thought process. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never in my life wrote a rap verse or none of that shit on the dead homies. But neither here nor there, like I said, it's ways out. It ain't never too late. And a nigga going strong on the hood. But yeah, everything I say be everything I say it is. I'm crib on the dead homies. I see everything I say be everything it is, or whatever the Dodo, he wanna be Kodak Black of Los Angeles. That's what that is, trolling and cuz I get on the internet looking crazy and doing all that shit and call my phone looking normal and talking normal and laughing like you mad at me for that shit. And like, once I see it behind closed doors, it's like, this little nigga is crazy. But I ain't gonna lie. It be too much. It be a lot going on. It be too fucking much. Like, it be too much. I be feeling like, damn, anybody got a lane or a way out? Why we bashing that shit, though? Like, it's too many people that's viral from rolling 40s for it ain't to be like a come together thing and on FC go take over the world like on the dead homies. The hood stupid viral, man. It ain't no way the hood shouldn't be. It shouldn't be 40 gripping 40 states by now on the hood. But instead, it's like on FC to the world. It look like, and it's some shit that I heard on this internet shit. They say it seemed like every time somebody from 40s make it or got something going or, you know what I'm saying, like the homies trying to weed them out, like, and that ain't really the case though, because some shit be like on the dead homies, he deserves to get his ass whooped for that. But I ain't gonna lie, some shit, nah, I ain't, but me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not passive at all, and I don't condone and no bunkery if you are this, and this what you saying you are, be exactly that. That's my mind with all this shit, like, on the dead homies, but everything ain't for everybody. Everybody not gonna be a full-blown, all-around all-star, superstar with this shit, with the fighting, with the everything, all the rules, everything apply to me, and I'm on all that shit. Everybody ain't that. But I feel like to be the dude that's on the streets and you breathing and you doing all this shit and you trying to hurt people, man, you doing fucked up shit, and then you come to jail and you taking showers in your shirt and shit like that because you got gang tests behind the shit you did on the streets, and now you come to jail and, like, for example, on the hood, I seen a dude in juvenile hall with the X8 from 18th Street. They used to walk around the halls like this on FC with the fucking shirt covering his chin. Like, what was the point of getting that? And it'd be like, everybody ain't living correct and you don't have nothing to prove to nobody. If that's who you are, stand on that. Do your shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it's better things going for those who didn't or think that this didn't know or think that this is the just greatest thing going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is a thing of, like, everybody is infatuated with the gang culture and the prison life and all the dumb shit. But I'm looking at it like us that done been through this shit for y'all, we could get y'all the insight to show y'all, like, this shit ain't about nothing. This shit kind of like fake as fuck, dude. Like, not kind of, but it is trash. Like, on the dead homies, it ain't what it's all cracked up to be. And if you see, this dude's like, literally wake up, jump up, and look forward to talking to some commenters from around the world, and got people tapped in from London and calling my phone from Thailand and Sweden and shit that I didn't even, you feel me? Like, damn, is that in the United States? You know, like, my mind was so small and I'm seeing so much so fast in this little last 90 days. It's like, see, it's a whole lot more. It's a whole lot more. So we chasing that shit. We going to get it on the dead homie. Like I said, everything I ever did, I took serious as a motherfucker. And I made it shake, and I accomplished great shit as far as whatever the fuck it is and whatever it's supposed to be. But on the dead homies, I'm about to wrap this up, and I'm gonna fuck around and double back around 2, 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna go on ahead and give me a, should I do a Blackstone story since my little brother just spit on him, or should I, let me see. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm finna put my mind to it and think about some shit and get right to it, though. I'm gonna for sure drop a story today. So y'all run this up, and we gonna keep going crazy on the real, in traffic, breathing on busters and on the dead homie. This was the moral of the story. They say I just spit on him because that was payback for you going to try to put that little girl down, knowing that was a kid. I knew he wasn't going to do nothing to me. That's why I leaned all the way out the window and spit on him, and I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't go nowhere. But literally, he told you all type of crazy shit, and you don't like what? I'm so glad, and I pray to the Lord. I pray to God. I swear to God that they don't allow me to just fall out there and be in these type of situations, because I really like, man. But that's the difference, though. The world is a whole different world out there. Like, you had to go look, search, and hunt. Now it's like we all at the same shit. Social media done changed the world. We all doing the same shit. We all trying to go see the same places. We all FC visiting the same malls. We all trying to go wear the same shit. We all trying to follow the celebrities instead of being ourselves and doing what exactly is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it probably is people who think like, damn, they having their way in jail. They not really wanting for nothing, missing a beat. They stay smiling and they happy and this, that, and the third. But that come from within. I'm the dead homies. I'm happy as a bitch, but that's from within. That ain't like, oh, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy within myself, though. I'm happy that I'm able. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy like I'll wake up and jump up and do some shit that a lot of people can't. Oh God, still from a cell, making noise, being heard, the voice, 40th Street, free Lil Durk, free all the folks ain't told on no peoples, man. Oh God, free YNW Melly, free T.O., free Holly Rock on FC, free Foyesha so he could knock King Pill stupid looking ass. Oh, Vernon Avenue. This brains get in my comments talking about every time I put on the mask, I start lying. This shit all an illusion, dog. It's just an illusion. Vernon Avenue, 40 this, 40 that. Pass on, listen.